morning, friends. This morning I am reorganizing my entire kitchen. My husband got me a set of Hexclad pans for Christmas. When we moved here, I only brought things that I needed and some things I wanted. And we already were at capacity for space as far as cooking equipment goes. So I'm going to try to finagle some space for these lovely pans and see what I can do. I may have to get rid of some or donate some to charity. That's fine. All right, let's get to it. Under my island is a total wreck right now. I need to get in here and organize all this. So why don't you guys hang out with me while I do that? So under here is where I keep a lot of our bulk celebratory drinks. I have a body armor.
I leave the door open.
That's fine. I have one of these ginger beers. I have two San Pellegrinos and a Gatorade Fit, and I also have one of these, two of these Diablos. These are my emergency. Good. These are my emergency, I've had a bad day and I want something delicious to drink that's just for me moments. Those ones. These are for, like, you know, special occasions. If we have Easter dinner or Christmas dinner or New Year's, even like 4th of July, we'll open one of these. Birthdays, I have some soda back there. These are all non-alcoholic. This is like apple cider and sparkling apple and cranberry juice and stuff. So yeah, that's where I keep all of those. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is putting everything that is large, heavy, and cumbersome under this island so that I can put my Hexclad over there and not worry about it getting dinged up. I got my crock pot out and my ceramic coated cast iron, and we'll see if we can fit it under here. Alright, I'm going to put these Gatorade over here with this stuff. These are like emergency. I don't really like these, but if someone is sick, it's a quick thing to grab if they need something right away. My kids tend to get sick all of a sudden. Like my oldest, he gets fevers all of a sudden, and he's extremely ill. So I do keep a couple of these. I do have liquid IV packets and like the Zip Fizz stuff. But if it's something like I need to run down and get it real quick and then run back up to him, this is best. It's already made. I'm proud of my dishes, that's why I'm showing you. And then I've always liked cornware. My mom has a ton of it, and I saw these and I thought they were the prettiest pattern, so I got these. I think I got them both for $5 on a secondhand. we're gonna see what kind of Hexclad I actually have over here. I haven't looked at it all since Christmas morning. Got a lid. We've got 3 lids here. I like these bags. I'm gonna try to keep them and use them. Another lid. Another lid. Alright, we have a pot. It's a nice sized one. Another lid.
Okay.
A nice pot. Needed one of those.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Not big.
A smaller pot. A wok. Might have to decide if I like this wok better or my other one. And if I like this one better, the other one might have to go because I don't need 2 woks. So at least I don't think I do. A nice pan, skillet, and another nice skillet. So I have to wash all of these and scrub them really, really good. I started with one pan that's already over there. So that one I had to scrub quite a bit in order to get like the manufacturer's like dust off of it. I had to, I think it was like 3 times we had to wash it. So I'm gonna try to wash these really good one time so I don't have to do it again, and season them all at once today and get them put away in my cabinets for use. And I'll wash the lids too. I also need to figure out what pots from over there I'm going to keep. Alright guys, so here we are seasoning all of our pans. I've already done all of these 4. Let's see. There's oil sitting on top of each pan. I'll wipe that out when they dry all the way off, or when they cool down rather. And I'm going to switch these pans out for the other ones. It says to add a light coating of oil onto each pan while it heats up, and to let it cool down after you season it. So I did the other pans. I did scrub them enough. There was no nasty residue coming off of them. So hopefully I did these well, just as well. We'll see. You have to go all the way up the sides because you see that black coating, that Teflon coating is all the way up. I'm really just trying to get it into all the little nooks and crannies, because all the silver you see, hexagons, is actually metal that is raised above the Teflon surface. So you want to make sure to get all the Teflon surface and the metal coated with oil. So for lunch, I'm making kimchi pork fried rice and leftover kimchi stew. These pans heat up really fast. So that front burner is going to cook the soup and heat up while I fry rice in the back. To start, I'm going to add a little sesame oil to the pan. Bring that around a little bit. I do it a little bit backwards today. I'm going to add the rice first. I usually cook the egg first and take it out, but I'm just going to do that step at the end. Just so, because I just seasoned this pan, I want the oil to kind of settle in and feel at home before I put egg into the pan. Now it says you can use metal on these pans. My husband bought these with our own money. So I'm going to be as careful as I can to preserve their integrity for as long as I can, because this is the most we've ever spent on pans, ever. I was still using the pans that I got when we got married 12 years ago, and he was nice enough to buy me these. I think we do have about 4 other pans that we bought in the meantime, but the total for all of those was probably no more than $150, honestly. Probably less than that. So these were quite the splurge for us, because we are not used to that type of spending. If I like these though, and which we'll see, I may finish buying the collection. I may go back and get the other ones. I like peas and carrots in my fried rice. Not everybody does. So I'm going to put some of those in. I'm also going to go ahead and add the kimchi and pork to the pan to get those nice and crispy and caramelized and delicious. I'll get the last bit out of the container into there. I got this kimchi at my new favorite restaurant that's down in Richmond, Virginia. I can link the name of it below. Right now I can't remember it for some reason. If my husband was down here, he could tell me right away because he loves it too. Yeon, something like that. But they serve delicious, authentic Korean food. And in a refrigerator that they have there, they have side dishes like banchan that you can buy and take home and use for your own meals in your own residence. And I was so tickled with that. Like, I'm so tickled with this place, because they offer that I'm going to talk about it on my YouTube channel, because their kimchi is delicious. We got the cucumber and the regular. Cucumber's already gone. This is the last of the regular. I made this stew with the kimchi, and it's to die for. The meal that we had there, everybody loved the meal. It was everybody, like the whole family. I have a 3-year-old and an 8-year-old, or almost 8-year-old, and an 11-year-old. And everybody was happy, and including Mom and Dad. I had this up on a rather high heat because, I mean, fried rice is fried rice. You kind of toss it on the pan and cook it rather quickly. Might even turn it up some more. I'm going to put a little bit more oil here in the middle. Not necessarily because it's sticking, but because I like the flavor of the sesame oil in my fried rice. That was a lot of oil. Oops. Oh well. It will taste good. And I'll put the them out of the bag. Peas and carrots, they're in the middle. It's a heaping cup of peas and carrots. Alright, I'm gonna let that sit for a while because I like some crispy bits in my fried rice, and I'll bring you back when I start to stir it again and add the eggs. Guys, back real quick. Actually, I want to show you this soup is already heated all the way through. In the time that it took me to start that fried rice, I just turned off the camera and turned it back on because I realized it's heated. Completely heated through. So these pans heat up really quick and they're really efficient. So if you're worried about, like, if you use propane and you have to, you know, gas and electricity prices, these pans will help you save on that electricity because they heat up so efficiently. I'm gonna bring you guys back. Nothing's stuck, which is awesome. I'm adding this soy sauce to the outside rim of the pan because if you add it all in the middle, it kind of soaks into the rice really quick, and you have some rice that tastes like soy sauce and some that doesn't. I put this in the middle of the pan. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. You saw I did put some oil there a couple of times before I put these in. So let's hope they don't stick. I didn't add anything to the eggs. It's just plain eggs because there's so much flavor in the rest of the rice. For a second. Turned off the soup. It's nice and heated through. I used 1 yolk and 3 egg whites. I try not to consume a lot of cholesterol. There's already pork in here, so I just wanted to keep it light. As light as fried rice can be. I did add quite a bit of sesame oil earlier on accident, so it will taste good though. Not every meal has to be loaded with fat and cholesterol to be good and nourishing. This is a really nourishing meal right here. It's got, you know, the fermented cabbage that, like, you need fermented foods in your diet to have a healthy gut. It's got the cabbage. You have carrots and peas. Some scallion onions in that kimchi as well. Rice is a good starch. And some healthy seed oils like sesame oil. It's not bad for you. So it's definitely a very nourishing, comforting meal. You can even top this with some cheese if you want some extra flavor or calories. And this is what's for lunch. Nothing's stuck. You can see it did very well, and I'm happy with the purchase that my husband made and gave me for Christmas. This is lunch all plated up and ready to go. I might add some cheese to my little man's food. Other than that, lunchtime is done for the day. Friends, now I am going to put away my pots into the kitchen roundabout. Alright, let's see what we have room for in here. Hopefully all the work we did earlier pays off and I'm able to put away all of the pots that I want to keep. Oh, come on, what a pain. So I foresee this being a little bit of a pain, but it wasn't so bad. I'll get the lid. Alright, so that's how I'm going to do it because I don't want to keep all the bags. That's my pot. All right, so these are the ones that I've decided to keep. The pot that I cook rice in. And 2 smaller pots for, you know, whatever. I hate pulling out a giant pot to cook something super tiny, so I'm gonna keep these just in case I need them. And I'll show you what I'm doing with the other ones. This stack of pans is going to go down in our camping supplies. These are my new camping pans. So I have 2 skillets and a Dutch oven. These pots, I have decided there's 1 larger pot, 2 smaller pots, and a skillet. I'm going to take this up to our farmhouse in West Virginia. I'm going to ask my aunts and uncle and my mother if they want these up there in that kitchen, because there's nothing wrong with them. They do have like this residue on them from the water here, but and I mean they are old, so like the bottom looks awful. They just need a good clean, and I'll do that before I take them up. One has a little dent in it, but they're perfectly great pots. I can't bring myself to throw them out because I've had them for 12 years and they're perfectly fine. So I'm going to see if they want them for the farmhouse where everybody goes to stay. And yeah, that's that. Well, until I get all my pans and pots cleaned, and in here I am going to put some of the lids in these bags because I'm going to double stack my skillets, and they just don't have room for the pot lids in there as well. So I want to make sure I don't scratch anything or, you know, do any damage by storing anything improperly. So that's why I'm doing this. I have room for the last skillet in the pot, and I'm super pleased with my husband's purchase. I'm really grateful to him. It was really sweet for him to do that. Now we're all organized and I feel much better. We cleared off the big spot on the table they were hiding or taking up space on. Those will go down to the garage today, all of these, and when we go back up to the farm, and if they want them, we'll bring these with us and get them out of the house. So I will have my dining room table back, finally.